God damn it, I guess my fucking clock on my Windows is wrong. It says it's 7:57 right now, but I hear you motherfuckers bitching, so I Googled it. And Google says it's 8:02, so whatever. Fuck the time. Let's do it.
Hell yeah! You're watching The Dusty Show. Let's fucking do it! Woo!
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very goddamn special Thursday night. And if you're ready for the motherfucking news, let me hear you say it. There is a time for us to There's a time, motherfuckers. And the time is right now. Thank you, and you, and you, and you, all of you, not you, for joining me tonight on the universe's greatest program. It's The Dusty Show. I'm back. We missed Wednesday night show, folks, and this time I have a good excuse, and it does not revolve around masturbation. It doesn't entirely revolve around masturbation, so let me tell you guys what happened. So, interesting week, man. Things are moving so fast. I feel like I'm being pulled in so many directions. I've had very little sleep, but I guess I can sleep when I'm dead. It's all good. So, last time I joined you, I'll tell you guys about the new Minimax H3 video generator program. I was using it mostly for porn. It's amazing, man. I've been bricked up all week. Any kind of porn you can think of, you ain't got to search for it. Whatever your greatest, dirtiest fantasies are, and I got a dirty mind, y'all. Boom, it comes to life. So I've been busy, needless to say. But it's between my masturbation and my shame after post-nut clarity. I was like, hey, what else could I be using this incredible technology for other than masturbating? Gotta be something, right? So I'm like, hey, why don't you make some kind of short videos? Go back to your short videos. Remember we used to do that? You was all popular back then, and you was like, do long form. How did that work out for you? Badly. It worked out badly for me, to be honest with you. So short videos, and I was like, what do you want to do, Dusty? I know what I want to do. The motherfucking news. I've had this idea for a long time. What if AI made you tell the truth? I'm going to show you guys the video if you haven't seen it. It's pretty good, by the way, for my first attempt. But, so, as I'm making the weird grandma porn, I realized, hey, I don't have no RAM in my computer. All right? My computer's like, my God! You don't like it. It's angry. And it ain't working good. I got 32 gigabytes of RAM, which is fine, except for nowadays, it ain't fine, right? You guys know what's going on in the world of RAM right now, in the world of computer parts. God damn it, I'm starting to hate AI. So basically, 2 years ago, you could get 64 gigabytes of RAM for $80. Now, $900. It's fucking crazy. They're sold out to 2028. So you got to pay scalper prices for it. So, oh man, I can't believe it. It's so fucking ridiculous expensive. I got a 5090 card. I got it for, I bought my computer 3-4 years ago. It came with a 4090 card. I sold my 4090 for $2,200, and I bought a 5090 for $2,700. So basically, I upgraded for $500. Now they're worth $5,000, these cards. So crazy the price everything went up to. But I did order me a few new sticks of RAM. I put it in my computer and didn't boot up. Man. I don't know why I didn't wait till like after my show, but I'm stupid. I thought, oh man, you're just putting RAM in your computer, you just slide it right the fuck in. It'll take 10 goddamn minutes. 7 hours later, I'm crying, right? I'm spiraling into depression. Luckily, I had AI to get me through it, man. AI is awesome. I just took pictures of my computer and helped me walk through it. If I didn't have AI, I would have been able to fix it. But I did. I fixed it, y'all. I got my goddamn RAM installed, and woo! Fucking shit is popping off now. So then I made my video. And I'm going to show it to you guys right now if you have not seen it. If you like this, it's available on my channel. Please go share this everywhere. If people like it and they share it, I'll make more. I just need some, a little bit of encouragement. So, ladies and gentlemen, what if AI made you tell the truth? I give you the motherfucking news. So, where the fuck did I do with it? Here it is.
The motherfucking news, where AI makes everybody tell the truth. I'm your host, Todd Blanchard, and I love grandma porn. Top story tonight, Donald Trump says some more stupid bullshit.
Sir, Mr. President, when do you think the war with Iran will end?
Oh, God, I have no idea. I really shit the bed on this one. Jesus Christ. Fucking Benjamin Netanyahu. He said, hey, Trump, remember how your approval ratings jumped when you kidnapped the president of Venezuela? Americans love when you kill people and blow shit up. Come help me slap Iran's tits. Next thing you know, I'm getting nut punched by Iran, and Israel's in the corner laughing. I'm starting to think these guys are not our friends. Shockingly candid admissions from this bloated walrus. And next up on MFN, a live update from Lindsey Graham roasting for an eternity in hell.
Oh, hi, y'all. Did you miss me? They asked me how I'm doing down here in hell, so let me tell you. Every single day, burly demons spit roast me nonstop with their giant spiked demon dicks. I think it's supposed to be torture, but I love it. Shh. Don't tell anybody.
Come on, Lindsey. It's time to get back to it.
Oh no, I can't take any more.
Looks like that fucking dickhead is right where he belongs. And next up, Grandpa fucker Karoline Leavitt answers questions about why she announced her resignation today as White House press secretary.
Look, everyone knows I love to lie. It's sort of my thing. Lying for President Trump has been the greatest honor of my life. But there comes a time in every liar's life where they need to spread their wings and go lie for other people. Rest assured, you have not heard the last lie out of my lie hole. The best lying is still to come. Thank you, America.
God damn, what a cunt. That's all for tonight's edition of the motherfucking news. I'm Todd Blanchard, and this country sucks shit. Good night, America.
The motherfucking news, and woo! I did it, baby! Got my own news network right now. I'm thinking about turning my other channel, you know, that other piece of shit channel that I use for AI that nobody watches. Maybe I'll make that into a full-time motherfucking news network until they ban it. We'll see what happens. I don't know, but hey, that's what I'm doing with my time, folks. So the RAM put to good use. So I appreciate everybody who supports the show. If you like that, please share it. I will make more, folks. And for those of you wondering, how the fuck did you do that, Dusty? I'm going to give you a very quick tutorial right now. This fucking shit's awesome, y'all. So basically, there's a model that is open source right now. It's called Minimax H3. And basically how you use Minimax H3 is you have to have like a program to run it in. So you download the model and then you have to have a program to put it in. The main program you use, most people use, is a program called Comfy AI. It's COMFY UI. So Comfy UI. So you download that, you load the model up in it, and then you can generate all these fucking images and videos and whatnot. But problem is, Comfy kind of complicated to learn. There's a big learning curve on it. There's all these fucking nodes and shit. You got to drag lines between everything. And like, if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, if you do know what the fuck you're doing, it's real complicated. So I literally had AI write me my own bespoke custom programming. So where I don't have to use Comfy AI, the program uses Comfy AI in the background for me. I'll show you guys here what I built. I built all this from scratch. This did not exist. So this is my prompt injector. You load image references here. You can switch it over to text to video. You can set your time, how long you want the videos to be. You can add audio references. You can decide how many times you want the runs to run. If you want one prompt to run 10 times, you can do that. You can pick random seeds. You can have it downloaded to different videos and shit. All this from scratch, man. It's fucking crazy. I also developed this from scratch. This is basically a website that runs locally, but it allows me, it has like buttons on here that allow me to, I can click on this button and it saves the last frame so I can continue from the video, and it allows me to easily see what I've generated.
Welcome to the motherfucking news.
You can see that's where I started with. You can see the quality's not good. I learned as I went. It took me a couple of days to put this together, folks, to trial and error. And I got better and better as I went. You might have noticed that the Trump didn't sound exactly like Trump, but Lindsey Graham and Karoline Leavitt sounded exactly like themselves. It's because after I did Trump, I learned. You're like seeing a human being learn in real time here. And you can see, let me go ahead and shrink it a little bit. There you go. You can see, originally, the first Lindsey Graham didn't really look or sound like him.
Oh, hi, y'all. Did you miss me? They asked me how I'm doing down here in hell, so let me tell you. Shh.
Don't tell anybody.
Boom! I figured that shit out, y'all. So, woo! Dusty getting good at it. And you don't even need to download software anymore or buy anything. You can literally just have it create software for you that you need. So, man, what a time to be alive. It's so fucking interesting. I'm definitely enjoying myself. And I'm trying to move everything to my local computer so nobody can bitch at me about data centers anymore. Dusty! They using the water on Dusty. Hey, I'm not. I'm using my 5090 card. It's exactly the same if you're playing a video game. You ain't shit on people for playing a video game. Don't shit on me for making videos with AI on my computer. Or do. I don't really give a shit. I'll just block you. But anyway, all right, folks, got a big show for Thursday. Got a huge show for Thursday, so thank you for joining me. As always, the lifeblood of the show is the Super Chats. No questions dodged on the Super Chats. It's literally how I make my living. You might notice I don't allow no ads on my show, folks. I don't do that. I basically only make money if you guys donate. So throw a couple bucks to your Witcher, help me out. Click the Super Chat button, donate money, and I'll read your words. And also, a great way to support the show is PayPal and Patreon. Bigger amounts of money. No, wrong buttons. All the wrong buttons. Bigger amounts of money. Boom! QR codes. Do it to it. Help me out, folks. Don't let me go out of business. I would appreciate it. God damn it. Thank God for Rebecca. Rebecca's like single-handedly keeping the show going, so I appreciate you, Rebecca. And all right, let's go get the motherfucking show off. Still a little tired, y'all. Still on the fasting, but I'm doing good. Losing weight like a motherfucker, so that's pretty cool. Gonna start you guys off tonight. A little bit of Chud Watch. Let's get the fuck going. Mm-hmm. We're back to the new one. Hey, yeah, yo. We talk about Chud and make fun of it. What? Chud Watch. And first up on tonight's Chud Watch. What the fuck is going on? So this happened like before my last show, but I didn't cover it because there's so much fucking crazy shit going on out there. But you guys see this is Trump had some kind of weird press conference where he's making it to where kids no longer need all kinds of vaccines anymore. Good luck on that one, America. Anyway, so this guy, I guess, is coming in to talk about how vaccines suck shit. We don't need them. And this sex robot standing next to him with her hand on her belly the whole time. And people notice it's kind of fucking weird.
Take this extremely seriously, as we have been for the last year and a half and more of the presidency. At the NIH, what we've done is we have established the Autism Data Science Initiative, which started.
So you might be wondering, why is this weirdo standing next to Donald Trump with her hand on his belly? What is she doing there? What is happening now? So I think what is happening here is so he's doing this thing about vaccines and kids, and she's pregnant. So they brought her on there to be the representative of pregnant women and soon-to-be mothers and how important it is for them not to have to vaccinate their kids. So she has to signal to everybody that she's pregnant. So like a normal person, she stands right there with her hand on her stomach for the entire fucking time. You know, just like normal pregnant women do. You kind of have to do that, or the baby dies or something, I think. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Meanwhile, yes, it's weird. It's weird. This nodding bobblehead robot. But of course, this is some kind of strange right-wing influencer. Just another one of the long lines of chuds who get invited to the White House and are dumb as fucking dog shit. The whole thing's strange, though, to be honest with you. And yeah, this is where we're at, America, folks. We got Sex Doll next to Sleepy Donald Trump, and the guy in charge of all our health care is shaking like an electronic toothbrush. Look at this motherfucker. What is wrong with him? Oh, my God, we're doomed. Look at this motherfucker shake. Holy God, man. This dude could churn butter. Just hand him some fucking milk. Anyway, we're in trouble, guys. That's my opinion. And meanwhile, you guys heard about this? So apparently, Donald Trump tried to sacrifice a bunch of reporters. So I guess they had a credible threat that perhaps Donald Trump was targeted for assassination by Iran and thought they might use the big, beautiful new Qatari jet to murder him. So what they did is they went in there with Donald Trump and pretended like he was on the plane. They had a bunch of press people on there, and they had Marco Rubio on there and shit like that. And then he exits out the plane and he leaves them all on there to fucking die. Yeah, here's a little video. So he gets on the plane And he's like, how are you doing, fellow human beings? We're all in this together. If this plane blows up, I'm dying with you. Meanwhile, they're backing up a fucking food truck, and they got him in a food cart, kneeling the fuck down, wheeling his ass off there, leaving all the fucking reporters behind. And next thing you know, everybody's like, hey, did you try to sacrifice a bunch of reporters? He did. See, obviously what he was hoping was that Iran would go through with the attack and they would kill all the reporters and some of his staff, and that would like make him more popular to America and make the war in Iran more popular. We could just go in there and boots to the ground. You killed a bunch of fucking Americans trying to kill our president. You destroyed a $1.5 billion jet Qatar gave us. It's on now. Obviously, that was the plan, but Iran didn't take the fucking bait. Meanwhile, curious, the things that Trump said to the reporters before he snuck off the plane almost seems like this guy is a fucking liar.
President told reporters in that gaggle afterward, all the more noteworthy.
You're saying there wasn't a security concern?
No. Why would
Do you know why they had us close our window blinds? That was not usual.
No, I had no, what? Security? What? No, you guys, I had no idea. And then suddenly he does know.
Well, yeah, because...
Well, yeah, I do know.
You're,
Yes.
probably on a dangerous flight.
You're probably on dangerous, even though I just said you weren't. Now I'm changing it.
The sleaze bags that we have to deal with.
So you think that Iran was possibly thinking of trying
Well, I mean, if they ask you to close your windows, probably they feel that way. They didn't ask me to close mine, but...
Yeah, they didn't ask me to close mine because I immediately went off the fucking plane and hid. They didn't ask me to close mine.
If they did, I would have done it.
Were you aware of any credible threat by Iran against Air
Well, I
Force
have a
One?
threat all the time. I'm
That's a yes.
number one on their list before you. But if I go, you go. Right?
But was there a specific
Perhaps,
day?
perhaps someday you want to change professions.
Yeah, you might want to change professions because the President of the United States is trying to get you killed by pretending like he's right there in it with you, sneaking out the back fucking door.
If I go, you go. Though the president wasn't actually on the same plane as the reporters who were asking him that question. And when they asked him about why they had to lower their own shades, the president said, well, he wasn't told to lower his. Well, he was on a secret plane. He was not on the same plane that those reporters.
Yep, he was on a secret plane. Don't give a fuck about you at all, I promise. Here's Mr. Donald Trump. Yeah, whatever. I could not give a shit about little Marco Rubio, about Stephen Chung, about any of you. Even Scott Bessent, his Treasury Secretary, Lovey, he left me on the plane to die, Lovey. Yeah, he sure did. Let all you motherfuckers die. And then, just like a child, when he gets called out, hey, why did you try to sacrifice a bunch of reporters and some of your own administration? And he's like, I didn't do that. Hey, they flew the plane ahead because these soldiers wanted to see it, guys.
Well, this one went over to England, where it was shown to the soldiers. No, I know, but this one went over to England because the soldiers wanted to see it.
That's right. We put it over to England because the soldier, I care so much about the soldier. When any soldier wants to see my $1.5 billion jet, we just fly it ahead of time. Why don't you believe me? And they ask him again, how come it was too dangerous for you to fly on Air Force One, but not the press?
Air Force One still flew out of Turkey with press and with White House officials on it. How much is... Well, this one went over to England, where it was shown to the soldiers. Was it still at risk, even though... No, I know, but this one went over to England because the soldiers wanted to see it. Right. And it stopped, and they showed it to the soldiers, and we did a switch over there. And it was really as per the military, and I just have to do what they say.
He had no choice.
They go for safety, and I have to do what they say.
Gotta do it.
Why was it too dangerous for you to fly on Air Force One, but
Well,
not
I don't
too
know.
dangerous
I
for the
think
press?
actually the plane that I flew on was at greater risk.
Yeah, the plane that nobody knew I was on was at greater risk, everybody. Yeah, he thinks you're stupid. Doesn't actually care. Like, he knows it doesn't matter what he says. So, just whatever. And, yep, I have completely obliterated Iran 37 times. They are no longer a threat. Hiding out in a fucking food cart, scared to death, about to sacrifice his own administration. And, yep, how the world sees us. We are weak. We are broken. We are pathetic. A dying empire. And, God damn it, do we deserve it. No empire in history has ever deserved to collapse more than this one. Meanwhile, a lot of people think Karoline Leavitt resigned because Donald Trump left her on the plane to die. No, they expect one of us in the wreckage, brother. But I looked it up, and apparently she was not on the plane, so that did not happen. Now, it probably did have something to do with that, though. She probably thought, hey, Marco Rubio was on that plane. Scott Bessent is on that plane, so this motherfucker would literally just sacrifice anybody. I just had 2 little babies. I don't want to leave my babies without a mom. This motherfucker crazy. Maybe I should stop lying for him for 5 minutes. That's probably why she resigned. That'd be my guess. Apparently she resigned out of fucking nowhere. They don't even have anybody to replace her with. But I got some suggestions. First off, what? Move the podium. Nah! I would fuck that podium. Anybody else? That's a sexy podium. Anyway. And I heard that perhaps Alina Habba is perhaps going to be the next one. That I don't think she's going to be as good, but maybe. Some people are suggesting he think outside of the box. Okay, he chose one of the biggest bitches in the fucking history of humanity with Karoline Leavitt. So you got to one-up yourself. Who a bigger bitch than Karoline Leavitt? Well, perhaps Cersei Lannister. I don't know. Keep her brother away, but I think she's going to keep some motherfuckers in line. That's my guess. And Donald Trump's nappy nurse, you guys heard about this one? Jesus Christ, what a depressing timeline we live in. So Donald Trump has a new, what they call a nappy nurse. She's just a diaper nurse. She follows him around with a giant fucking bag and changes his diaper. You know, she wipes the shit out of him. But apparently, and I'm sorry I'm saying this right now, but after she wipes the shit all off him and she changes his diaper, she sucks his dick. Yep, apparently she in love. This lady in love with Donald Trump, 80-year-old shit all over himself, fat as fuck Donald Trump, because that's how horrible this timeline is. She been leaving personal notes for him around everywhere, telling him how much she cares about him, and he's the only thing in the world she cares about, and even the Secret Service is like, psycho! This woman, you know, this is weird. This is weird. A Donald Trump aide, who has been labeled his nappy nurse, repeatedly sent peculiar messages that included references to him punishing her. Natalie Harp, who works as the POTUS's executive assistant, has attracted attention in recent weeks following reports that she holds a significant position in Trump's inner circle and maintains a close bond with the man himself. Last month, an explosive book by the New York Times journalists Maggie Haberman and Jonathan Swan, Regime Change, alleged the aide left private messages for the president in what were described as personal spaces. In one, Harp, who is in her 30s, was reported to have written to the president, "You are all that matters to me." She also said to have earned a reputation for being ever present, attending Trump's meetings, public events, and even his golfing outings. And she was also in the food cart with him. When they took him off the plane, she went with him. She goes everywhere with him, folks. So her proximity to Trump 80 has also sparked baseless diaper nurse and side piece talks from online. You baseless. You can fucking see the diapers in the bag she's carrying around with her. Anyway, warning the President of the United States are warning aides to the president whose job it is then to bring the president whether they did or not. Anyway, they're worried about her. She's a danger. That's what they're saying. So hopefully she'll. Anyway, next thing you know, guys, hear about these Patriot games. Patriot games! So basically, they're like the Hunger Games, only a million times lamer. So they got kids from all over the country. I guess 2 from each state. I don't volunteer as tribute. Fuck them kids. Got them together to do some activities, do some sports and shit. Find out which one of these little bastards is the biggest athlete in our fucking country. And it was cringe as fuck. Here's the White House trying to sell this shit. They got Pat McAfee, who was somebody. I don't know. Is that the guy responsible for the virus software? I know it's not, but fuck this guy. And it was all lame. President Donald Trump has entered the arena. Let's see how cool this arena is. Let's see if it reminds us of anything whatsoever. Oh, yeah. I also noticed. Here we go. Now, I also noticed that Donald Trump sleeps at everything, right? He sleeps at every press conference he gives. He even was asleep at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. But I did happen to notice there was one event he wasn't asleep at. Wide awake! What? Laser focused, you might say. Never seen that man more alert in my life. I wonder what it is that has this man so on point. I don't know. Meanwhile, Lame as fuck. This is what it was, folks. This is what our tax dollars are paying for. It was kickball. Yep, kickball. And you out. He got it. I played that when I was a kid. I'm good as fuck. Oh, tug of war, man. You know what this reminds me of? This is a true story. I'm not making this up. When I was probably 9th grade. I used to go to a school called Carroll Academy in Carrollton, Mississippi. Our mascot was a rebel. We were the Ole Miss Rebels, and our mascot was this old Colonel Sanders looking motherfucker who was a slave plantation owner. I shit you not! So one year, we split the school right in half, and we had the Dixie Olympics. Yeah, we sang the song in front of it. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Yeah, it was racist as fuck, and this is the kind of bullshit we did. And of course, my team won in spite of me. I pulled it off regardless of how horrible I was. So anyway, bad. It was bad and embarrassing, just like everything else Donald Trump touches, just like the fucking state fair he put on for our 250th then. Starting to think they might be a bit insecure about his looks, folks, because this is what the White House is putting out. They use an AI to edit his pictures, and he still looks bad, but I guess less bad. Look at this motherfucker. He literally dying on his seat. But yeah, he's rejuvenated, folks. 1984 dystopian bullshit. Meanwhile, destroying Washington, folks. This is how crazy this country is. We literally have a picture over the White House now, so you can't see what's going on behind it. It's like a fucking Roadrunner cartoon. Anyway, the wind blew it away so we can see what's going on back there. And yes, they've trashed the fucking White House. Even the front door destroyed. The entire thing broken down to the fucking studs. The people's house. But nope, we don't deserve nice things. It's almost like they're doing it on purpose. Dismantling this country brick by brick, even the White House in front of our eyes. And I don't know if he's going to do this or not, folks, but they are definitely pushing Donald Trump to overturn voting, I guess, the will of the people, declare himself as a dictator. And apparently he's thinking about it.
So let me put an idea in your head, okay? Because it's so hard to get the Senate to do anything, now they're on recess, they don't get anything done if they never get the Save America Act done. You have the right to declare a national security emergency for elections. And the Supreme Court ruled in 1983 under Reagan that INS versus Chadha, that if you declare a national security emergency as the President of the United States, they can't challenge it. It can only be overturned by a 2/3 vote of both houses of Congress.
Oh, that sounds great. Hey, just do it, Trump, and nobody can stand up to you because Congress isn't going to. So you're basically a dictator. You could just make it to where only the certain people you want to can vote. Do it. And here's what Trump says.
So if you do this in the next month, we will get photo ID, proof of citizenship, and a limit to mail-in ballots, and you don't even need the Senate vote.
Okay, I'll leave it at that.
Let me just say stranger things have happened. I'll leave it at that. Now, you might be wondering how in a month could they possibly put together a voter ID and all these changes to make sure everybody can still vote. Everybody can get the documents together. Everybody get their IDs on time. And the answer is they can't, obviously. Obviously, the whole point is just anybody that has a passport can vote. Even your driver's license isn't good enough. So, boom, only the super rich, like it always was, I guess. Meanwhile, hottest August on record, folks. It was 97 degrees today. It's going to be 106 later this fucking week. Meanwhile, White House defunds annual NOAA reports on Arctic changes because, hey, if you don't know about global warming, it's not happening. The Trump administration has pulled federal funding for an annual report chronicling the changing environment of the Arctic, where rapid warming is upending ecosystem, reconfiguring trade routes, and scrambling great power strategy. But you don't need to fucking know. Out of sight, out of mind. Hey, they'll all be dead by the time their great-grandchildren boiled alive in their skin. So who gives a fuck? Long as they get theirs now, that's what's really important. Meanwhile, call it to Paxton down there in Texas. Ken Paxton, one of the biggest, most corrupt politicians in the history of mankind. No like he really taking questions from the public, but I guess he thought he'd be safe if he was on a show where they were kind of friendly to him. take a few calls from his fellow conservatives. I'm sure they'll throw him some softball interviews. Let's see how that goes for him.
Hi, Paxton. It's nice to meet you. I'm just wondering, why did you cheat on your wife?
I'm not going to talk about personal issues that relate to my family, just like I don't think you would want to discuss your marriage on a call with thousands.
I mean, if I was a politician and I was running on family values, I think I would have to answer questions of why I continuously cheat on my wife and film with my mistress overseas.
People, all I can tell you is that I'm proud of my kids. Got 4 wonderful kids.
Think of my kids! I cheated on my wife because I'm so proud of my kids! That's his go-to line. When anybody asks him about his mistress, he automatically pivots to his kids. Why are you talking about my kids? Nobody's doing that, dick breath. Meanwhile, Republicans are beyond cook, man. Apparently, we live in some kind of Roman times where you could just gift your political seats to your family. They're not even trying to cover it up. First, Lindsey Graham dies, and then his sister, who has no political experience whatsoever, gets handed his seat, and also the millions of dollars in donations he got. Doesn't make any sense. Now, apparently, they're trying to give Sean Duffy his old seat to his son-in-law, this 13-year-old.
Because critics will say the reason that you seem to be a shoo-in for this race is because of the man next to you, Secretary Duffy, and also his relationship with the president and his endorsement. Michael, I'll start with your reaction to that, and then Secretary Duffy, I'll ask you the same.
Look, I'm not going to apologize for marrying my middle school sweetheart. I grew up in this district my whole life. I've been working full-time, almost full-time in the summer.
This dude is perfect for Republicans because he talks to people just like they're idiots. Look, I'm not going to apologize for what I did when I was in high school. I'm not going to apologize because nepotism is the only reason. Yep, exactly like all these idiots love to be talked to. Like they're fucking little kids, because they are mentally, really. So, gonna do great, that kid, I predict. Meanwhile, they just making shit up. I saw Ted Cruz reposted this. He did a whole podcast about it, and then he deleted it after he was made fun of because this is so stupid. So now they're claiming, folks, that 82% of women in their first or second trimester who were pregnant and got vaccines had miscarriages. Imagine if that were true. Imagine. There were like, what, billions of people vaccinated? How many of those probably in their first trimester got vaccinated? Imagine if all of those people miscarried. Just so ridiculously fucking stupid, but it doesn't matter.
Tell me, you now see what Senator Ron Johnson was able to release. What are your thoughts?
You know, it's disgusting and it's criminal, in my opinion. As a mother, I can't.
I'm sorry to keep interrupting all the videos, but basically the study they reported on had an error in the study, and when they reran it without the error, there was no increase in mortality rate for fetuses in the first trimester.
Imagine being pregnant, listening to the man in charge straight up lie to the American people. That's
literally what you're doing right now.
You try so hard to get pregnant, you get pregnant, and then you listen to him. Oh, in fact, I think he actually said that there was never a risk of pregnancy. Never a risk. When in fact,
82% they're claiming out, folks, that Ted Cruz got up there. I can't believe it, folks. 82%. And everybody's like, dude, you know that's not true. You know if 82% of women were just miscarrying all over the place, that would be on every news story ever, 24/7. Nobody would ever stop talking about it, right? It's just so ridiculous. And, folks, before I even open this next link, I'm just going to, let's play a guessing game. Which Democratic senator is claiming he is not going to campaign against Republicans? You already know it's John Fetterman. Senator Dave McCormick will have at least one Pennsylvania Democrat he doesn't have to worry about. Should he run for a second term? He's like, I will never, ever attack my friend. Yep. Because you're a Republican, right? You're never going to attack your party, you mean. I don't know why he's even pretending anymore. He's not fooling anybody. And then they actually ask Scott, a good question over there. Scott Jennings on CNN. Scott Jennings, apparently he's interviewing for Karoline Leavitt's new job. He wants to be the new White House spokesperson. He'll probably get it. So everything you're seeing here is just performative for Donald Trump. Anyway, they asked him a very good question. Hey, why doesn't Mitch McConnell just call the press instead of calling you? I mean, he could literally just 10 seconds call any reporter in the world live, and he'd be like, hey, this is Mitch McConnell. I'm recovering nicely, and I'm looking forward to getting back to the Senate. Thanks for talking to me. Boom. It would answer so many questions. That's all he has to do. In fact, it's obvious that if he wasn't brain dead or something ridiculously, horribly wrong with him, he would do that. So the fact that he's calling you and you're telling us what he says is just insulting to everybody's intelligence, right?
Do you just call him up directly on his phone, or does you call an aide and the aide hands it to? How does it work?
He called me directly from his phone today.
Okay.
Now you have to understand, I've known him since I was, 16, 17 years old.
That's
We've
weird.
had a relationship for a long time.
You had a relationship since you were 16?
Campaigns
Cool.
over the years, so it's not unusual for us to chat.
Scott, why isn't he calling in to a credible news organization? I mean, why is he talking to you and not talking to...
You saying it's not credible to call me, Lulu?
Yes, it's definitely not credible for him to call you and not call anybody else where this can be documented for the fucking public. Obviously, you fucking liar.
I'm saying...
It's all a fucking big joke. Cretins. Meanwhile, Lord Boberson of pedo. Did you guys hear about this? It's always the ones you most expect. I'm sure she's like, you had one job. The only thing you had to do was not be a pedo. Apparently. I'm not trying to defend this kid. Apparently, he was having sex when he was like 18 or 19 with a 17-year-old girlfriend. Still statutory. I think also he was sharing nude photos of her, which is like revenge porn and underage porn, shit like that. So bad, yep. But all the family values people are exactly the same way. Mrs. gives hand jobs in a high school theater, raising exactly the same kind of kids you think, right? Meanwhile, speaking of pedophiles, not looking so good for the Tate brothers. So first off, I don't know if you guys heard, but Andrew Tate and his brother, they got arrested. They did a little rape and pedophilia. Meanwhile, they are trying to extradite them over to the UK, and they don't want to go. They're like, don't take us to the UK. They're trying to get out on bail. And so they're like, hey, man, we are not flight risk. We promise. We promise on the Bible. We will not go anywhere if you let us out of jail. And their whole argument on why that they could not possibly be flight risk is that we're too famous. I'm not making this up. This is what they're telling the court. We're so famous that literally everywhere we go, people would know us, and so we cannot run. But obviously, because they're so famous, people would hide them. That's the truth. But here's the hilarious part. Obviously, these are two of the dumbest cretins to ever step foot on the fucking earth. They're so stupid. They literally spent the last 10 years bragging about their fucking crimes all over the internet. So when they went before the judge to try to claim that they are not a flight risk, they just played for them all their old videos.
If I fuck up big time and England wants me in jail, I can fly on a Nigerian passport, or an American, or an English, or a Polish, or an Estonian. I have so many fucking passports. What, are you going to block them all? I've got 4 more I haven't even named on YouTube.
Keep talking.
They can't stop me traveling. There's always a passport I can pull out. There's always a driver's license I can pull out. If you ban one, I've got another one. I've got bank accounts in 19 countries.
Oh, do you?
My shit is diversified.
All over.
So am I off grid? No. I'm on so many fucking grids.
All the grids.
You can't lock the grid on me.
You can't lock him.
If I
you can't
fuck
lock
up
the grid on him, okay? He's got so many passports, but he's definitely not a flight risk, folks. And then he's like, hey, you're taking that out of context. And then they're like, oh, yeah?
I've got 10 passports and 55 bank accounts, and that's what you need to have fuck you money. You can't just sit in America with one.
That sounds bad.
That
sounds
like
you're
like
on the run. Yeah,
no,
that
but it's
sounds
not
like you're in the terminal.
It's not about being on the run. Just sit in America and have $20 million with one passport, sitting in America thinking you have fuck you money. No, you don't. You say the wrong thing, you piss the government off. They're going to come in your house. They're going to fucking take the house you own. They're going to lock you up. You ain't got fuck you money for nothing. This whole thing's the whole paradigm's a lie. The government's the biggest mafia in the world. If you can't tell them to fuck off, you can't tell anyone to fuck off. So the whole
apparently you can't tell anybody to fuck off. Although, like, he might get out of it, to be honest with you.
whole idea of fuck you money, it's all skewed anyway. Like you have to be above the law in many different ways to truly have fuck you money. And you're not going to do that under one jurisdiction.
Do you think that you're able to be above the law where you live?
It's not about being above the law. It's about being above the law. But the easiest way to become above the law is to be under lots of different jurisdictions. If you have 10 different passports, it's much harder to constrain you. During COVID, Americans, English people, whatever, were all stuck in their houses because they couldn't fly because of X rule. Well, if you have 10 passports, well, then you're not American on that day. I'd turn up to countries and they say you're not allowed because you're English. And I'd say, okay, well, then I'm Estonian. Estonians are allowed. Okay, I'm Romanian. Romanians are allowed in. Same guy, different passport. You have to have multiple passports. You have to be on multiple grids. The idea of living off grid is complete fallacy. You can't do that. You have to be on as many grids as possible. You talk about fuck you money. The people with fuck you money don't even own anything. They own a share of an entity which owns things they can borrow. They have unlimited citizenships and passports. They have money out in the metaverse, in the sky, hidden all around the world. Fuck you money isn't about having money in your bank account in your name. If you still do that, you can't say fuck you to anybody.
He's so cool. Basically, he's Jason Bourne, everybody. And just like we all know about Jason Bourne, he went on the internet and just told everybody, hey, everybody, I'm Jason Bourne. This is me. I'm right here. Come and get me, everybody. Is that what happened? No, that's not how any of this works anyway. And then he's like, you're taking all that out of context. I would never flee the country. Oh, what's that? I have 5 passports. I also changed my name legally in 3 of the countries so that my passports all had completely different names. I have had warrants out for my arrest and traveled freely. I'm smarter than you. I am Steven Seagal. I am above the law. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm glad criminals are stupid. They sure are fucking entertaining. This guy going to spend the rest of his life in prison, y'all. Unless the Trump administration lets him out. We're going to get there. That's possible, though. Anyway, if you guys are wondering what he did, the offenses of rape and arranging or facilitating trafficking for sexual exploitation. Andrew Tate is charged with 7 counts of rape. Assault occasioning actual bodily harm ×3, arranging or facilitating travel for sexual exploitation ×3, making, distributing indecent images of children ×15. So he had one of his main girls working for him at 15. Apparently, they have all the evidence now, making sex videos and stuff on webcams for him in the UK. So they got him. Possession of extreme pornography, and they got Tristan on a couple counts of rape and whatnot. So, bad. I have 5 passports. I can hide out in Japan, he says. Get yourself 5 passports. You got to have a bug out spot. Just telling on himself. Apparently, when they arrested his brother, they found a passport on his brother, Scorpius Vladimir, because these guys are mental children. They're literally the dumbest people ever to exist. So, yeah, the judge not likely to grant them bail or let them fuck it out. So they're doing whatever they can, folks, to try to intimidate the witnesses. Now, they should 100% lock up Andrew Tate's lawyer. They should lock up everybody involved in this because this is a clear crime. First off, Andrew Tate's lawyer doxed dozens of Tate's elected victims and witnesses while arguing in court that the brothers were not a flight risk due to complying with Romanian judiciary control measures. The Tate legal team shared the attached screenshot unredacted showing dozens of alleged victims and witnesses in their trafficking case in Romania whose identities are protected. So they're doing that on purpose. They immediately removed it, but it was already out there, so all their fans knew exactly who the witnesses were so they could message them and intimidate them, maybe go find them, and they're psycho. The Tate fans are fucking crazy as shit. Another example of this, they do this fucking shit right out in public, y'all. So they're on the Fit and Fresh website, podcast, and they are literally 100% using this podcast to do witness intimidation, to send a signal to the victims in this case to keep your fucking mouth shut or we're going to come after you and we're going to ruin your whole fucking life. Watch this shit.
In the Romanian case, would she have to go back to Romania and testify in trial?
If it reaches a certain point, surely, and she'll also have to endure my cross-examination here in the civil case, right? We're not gonna.
Well, yeah, she has to take the stand in the civil case.
Hell yeah, she has to. Take, she's a defendant. The idea of me having her on the stand.
Oh, you're gonna kill her, bro.
Forget it. I will rip her to shreds.
Yeah. Body bag.
She has body bag for sure. She has no chance of survival. I don't see how she gets on. and endorse this. At some point, she's going to have to cop out to the truth.
And just so the audience understands, because so you guys might be wondering, well, hold on, she's a defendant. Why is she taking a stand? Guys, she has no Fifth Amendment privilege in a civil case.
Nope.
So she has to take the stand.
And discovery is a whole lot more invasive.
In the civil case. So you guys have, because you guys have, now I see why they don't want you guys to put the evidence out, because through discovery you have all their phone records.
It's depositions, phone records. I mean, we're going after all of it.
This is Andrew Tate's lawyer on Fresh and Fit, and they're just sending a clear message to this witness. Hey, you better stay quiet. They know exactly what this is, a message directly to her. It's not for their audience. They know with it. This guy knows what he's doing.
Do you think she's going to go to trial? I see her settling.
Look.
She doesn't want to have to go up against you in the stand. She has no Fifth Amendment privilege. She has to testify truthfully. She's going to be on there on the stand. You're going to beat her up and you're going to attack her with her character, the text messages. You said you guys did discovery, which means you have all of her records. You probably have...
This is how they treat rape victims. This is what you call rape culture, folks. This is why a lot of women are too afraid to come out and testify against the people that rape them, right? Because of shit like this. These people claim that they're, big burly men who protect women, but they're all a bunch of pedophile rapists that have each other's backs.
Of her doing stupid shit as well, and that's all going to come out in court,
right?
During the trial.
So crazy time. Meanwhile, here's Andrew Tate's. Oh, they deleted it. Okay, I don't need to show you that. And that typical Andrew Tate fan, though, folks. So this is why they put out the list of victims, the list of witnesses, because they know that Andrew Tate has a bunch of psycho fans like this man. Just a question: TRW versus UK. What do numbers actually look like? That's TRW is Andrew Tate's little group. Like there's 250,000 of us. UK military 140,000. We are armed. We are capable. Tate Army. How many of the UK Army would actually fight this battle? And how many would join us? What's stopping us? Should the UK think about this? Food for thought. Hey, yeah, UK, you better think about this. We might have formed an army and just come murder you all if you hold Andrew Tate accountable for child porn, rape. These are the exact same people who would tell you that they hate trans people because of the child rape or whatever, children, right? But they would do everything they can to protect pedophiles and rapists. And here he is. Typical Tate fan. And the answer is 0. 0's going to join you. You ain't going to fucking do shit. Shut the fuck up, loser. Cringe as fuck. And that is my Chud Watch for this interview, folks. And please forgive me while I do a very fast commercial. Hey, everybody. My name is Dusty Smith, and I am a digital busker. My entire job is to create free entertainment for you. Hopefully, you find it funny. Hopefully you're not as bored as you would be without me tonight. And if that's the case, please consider chipping in a couple bucks to help me out. As always, I don't have any ads on the show, you might notice. I don't allow nobody to run any kind of commercials on my show. I don't have any kind of sponsors. Nobody tells me what to say except for you guys in the Super Chat. And also, if you click on the description of every video I make, shut up, Dusty. The description, the very first link leads to my Patreon. Patreon.com/KaiCast. Folks, I need a new ad. I need to give me a cat. Kitty. All right. I'm not good at this. Help me out. Help the counts out. Please keep the show open, folks. Click on this button and become a member, and you get access to all my after parties, and you help keep me in business, and I'll love you forever, and thank you. Please help me. And all right. Let's go and read the Super Chat. 75 gets woo! For Rebecca Boys, my favorite human being on the face of the earth. And that includes my mom. Love you, Mom. But Rebecca, greatness. That is Rebecca. I'm not just saying that because she's almost single-handedly funding the show. Doesn't hurt. Love you, Rebecca. Everybody, love Rebecca. Despacito, $5. Good evening, Dusty. Good evening, Despacito. The actions of the orange piece of shit leave me utterly speechless. Me too. I ain't got nothing to say. Despacito, one gift. Fuck yeah, if you got a ticket, please give WSD Time your love and tune in on the next after party, wherever that's going to be. Beach 84, sorry I missed the show. Me and my girls are at the beach sipping on wine, relaxing. Oh, I thought you said girls. I was like, why are you letting your kids drink wine? Girl makes a lot more sense. Hey, have fun. Have one for me, PJ. And I'm not going to say anything else. Viper, $20. Oh, no. Cryo Drago. I missed a couple. Lucas, 1 ticket. Fuck yeah, if Lucas gave you that ticket, please give him your love. Lucas rocks. Cryo Drago. What up, Cryo? Celebrate 9 months of HRT. Hell yeah, congratulations. That shit is like magic. Getting kind of top heavy. Yeah, me too, but for different reasons. Trent Royce and Viper, $20. Hey, Dusty. Hey, Viper. I love your show. My show loves you, but nah. I just had to rage bait a bit. Don't get me started. You know how I hate Luddites. I watch it all the time, and I do hope they regulate data centers. Man, as far as I'm concerned, they shut the fucking data centers down. We need to be moving to local only, right? Fuck these data centers, especially fuck the American data centers. I agree with you. Let's regulate them. Though, in the future, keep killing it. Sorry, I didn't get you war, but I stay broke. Yeah, me too, man. It's tough times. It's real lean. It's been real lean this whole summer's been real bad. I hope it picks up in the wintertime. If not, we'll see. But thank you for your generosity. Appreciate you, Viper. And Squirter General, $1.50. Woo! Diamond Hands. Appreciate you, Squirter. And 6 months, Dust Buddy. Oh, Roddick, one of the good ones. Thank you for sticking with me. And all right, still light tonight. If you want to help me out, get the show on the air, please consider chipping in a few bucks, folks. I would definitely appreciate it. Hook a brother up. Super chats, PayPal, Patreon, all of it. Throw a coin to your Witcher. But for now, we'll move right along, folks. Gonna cover war. And apparently war ain't never going to change, because Donald Trump claiming once again the U.S. controls the Strait. The USA has total control of the Strait of Hormuz. Then why aren't more ships coming through? There used to be like 90 a day, and now there's 10. That's 10%. If we control it, then what the fuck are we doing? Anyway, he's like, praise be to Allah. We control all this shit poorly. Then, next thing you know, he's like, getting called out by Fox News, y'all. You know it's bad when even Fox News is saying this.
How much? Total oil flow averages nearly 21 million barrels per day in the first half of last year, equivalent to about 20% of global petroleum liquids consumption. Usually about 1/5 of the world's liquefied natural gas trade moves through there as well. Despite President Trump claiming total control over the strait, traffic has slowed really to a trickle. If you look at this, before the conflict, more than 100 vessels a day were crossing. Monday, 8 vessels crossed. Yesterday, 14. Now, those are constraints, and that's changing the government's energy outlook. The Energy Information Administration raised its forecast for the average price of a gallon of gasoline over the full year by 14 cents. You can see right here. It also raised its 2026 forecast for Brent crude from $82 a barrel to $87 a barrel. And there's another problem building as well. The International Energy Agency says global crude oil inventories fell by 2.2 million barrels a day in July. It expects a global supply deficit of 1.8 million barrels a day in the third quarter. That's more than double its previous estimate. Now, let's move west.
Damn, even Fox News, but not buying the bullshit anymore. Good to see. Yeah, Donald Trump back on the same old bullshit. In 3 days, I'll be ready to completely destroy Iran. I'm winning the war by a lot. Just the same exact shit he says over and over again. God damn it. Why won't you die? That's a line from Face Off. Meanwhile, apparently exhausted sailors are jumping off of their ships. No likey being over the Middle East this long, folks. Annabelle Loma has spoken with her husband only a few times since he attempted to jump overboard from the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln during his current deployment. Communication has been difficult to come by. Yep, I imagine. And I guess this is more than one person, because it says this woman's Annabelle Loma and her husband tried to jump off. And then this one says another carrier sailor's wife, but this was anonymous, so it's got to be a different woman. A sailor who jumped off USS Lincoln aircraft carrier last week. Is that the same one? I don't know, because in one, they're keeping her anonymous. I guess it got to be the same one. But this is from August 12th, and it's naming her. And then later, August 13th, it says she's anonymous. So you guys outed her, and then too late. Can't put that genie back in the bottle. Anyway, this reminds me of my brother. My brother was in the Navy one time. He didn't want to be in the Navy anymore, so he jumped off the boat, started swimming back to shore because there's a girl in the port that they were staying at that he liked. And so they dishonorably discharged him. True story. So you can get out of the military if you want to, if you really want to bad enough. And I wonder why they're jumping overboard.
Back on the Abraham Lincoln, it can be tough to keep spirits high day in, day out for the nearly 5,000 people on board. Because of its limited port visits, the Navy considers this deployment among the longest consecutive days at sea for any aircraft carrier.
They don't care about you.
I haven't stepped off the ship in the year 2026.
Sucker.
Most have been here more than 6 months, under constant threat and change and missing their families.
What kind of toll does that take on you personally?
It's tough. I said I had my first kid born in February, so very excited to get home, meet her.
You've never met your daughter?
Nope.
She was born right.
I'm sorry, dude. You're a shitty dad. I know you're doing that for your daughter. You're doing all this for your daughter to make money, but like, money's not important. Being there is what's important. Being there for a fucking burst and shit. That's what's important. None of this is important.
Around when this conflict started.
She was born February 6th, so I was able to get on FaceTime, watch the birth, talk to my wife before everything went down. So.
And you don't know when you'll be able to do
nope.
that?
We'll see. I mean.
What a cuck. I mean, keep telling me that military people are alpha. How is this alpha? How is any of this? Another man tells me I can't see my wife and my newborn baby. All right, then suck dick. Fucking bottom bitch. And that slides us right in to our economy section.
It's the economy, damn it!
And yep, oil still up this week. Almost 4% this week. Since January, 41%. And yes, as I've told you time and time again, Donald Trump's only economic plan was to bring oil prices down because everything follows oil prices. If oil prices drop, the regular prices drop. So we're fucked. We are 100% fucked. Can't even do his one plan right. Meanwhile, national average gas prices at record high for August. Never been higher for any August ever. Gas prices reached the highest level for this time of year on Wednesday, according to a fuel rate tracker, Gas Buddy. Patrick D. Hahn, the head of petroleum analysis at Gas Buddy, announced in social media posts that the national average price of gasoline has never hit more than $4 a gallon after August 12th in any previous year until now. So, woo, we did it, MAGA. Meanwhile, where are all these motherfuckers at? Gunther Eagleman, $1.50 gas coming soon. 2026 will bring you yet another year of declining gas prices, says Karoline Leavitt. The White House, promises made, promises kept. Gas prices are lowest, but of course, we know where they are. They're all talking about some other shit, about transmitting the NBA or whatever, because there's no penalty for lying when you're a Republican. It's all reward. And Sean Duffy, who is the Secretary of Transportation, he's the one who's supposed to answer when gas prices are so high you can't even afford to travel anywhere. Let's see what answers he has for the American public, y'all. If there's one thing I know about conservatives is that they always, 100% of the time, take responsibility. I'm just kidding.
A lot of people around here can't afford to fly. Can you say something about the dollar? Gas prices are $1 more than they were a year ago. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, thank you for having us. I appreciate the questions that come today. No one like over here complained about Joe Biden's inflation.
Yeah, nobody complained about Joe Biden's inflation. Yeah, remember that? Remember when nobody ever said anything about? You don't, because they're literally still talking about it today. Motherfuckers like you are still blaming Joe Biden for all this. You can't stop talking about it. What the fuck? Like, literally. The dude will spend 30 minutes talking about Joe Biden's inflation and say, no one ever mentioned Joe Biden's inflation. They just love pissing in your face. And then, of course, he's going to go on to say that it's super cool gas prices are so high because everybody's worried about Iran having a nuclear bomb, even though nobody was actually worried about that at all in America. Nobody's worried about Iran. Just total fucking bullshit. But it's always Joe Biden. And Minnesota Senate nominee Michelle Toyofa, folks, this is the Let Them Eat Cake party. They don't even try to hide it. They're rich as folk. They're rich as fuck, and they can't be bothered to hide their disdain for us poors.
I think right now, at least just kind of keeping a stiff upper lip. Maybe you take one less trip to Starbucks, and so that gas goes a little further until this thing is over and these gas prices come back down again. Let's just try to be patriots about this.
That's right. Are you a patriot? You better spend more on gas. You know what the problem is? You're drinking too many Starbucks. You fucking small bitches with your Starbucks. Why do they hate Starbucks so much? It's crazy. But anyway, it's their go-to over and over again. And damn. Hey, let's see if this works out for them, you know. All the other socialist revolution not worked out well for these people. But, you know, America is a bunch of fucking weak-ass, cowardly sacks of shit. So probably nothing will happen to them, I guess. Meanwhile, this is why we can't have nice things, because 30% of the dumbest people in America, their votes count just as much as you do.
Are you worried about the high gas prices?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Because I fill my gas tank. I use my rewards that I get at Speedway. I got 61 cents off a gallon not too long ago. That's pretty damn good. So I fill a tank. I drive where I go. I go from A to B. That's it. I'm not going to drive around everywhere.
61 cents off a gallon, but the gas prices are higher, $1 higher than they were a year ago.
We've seen worse, haven't we?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. So I'm not worried about gas prices right now at all.
Do you blame Trump for the high gas prices?
No, I blame what's happening in Iran. I'm sorry. I blame what's going on in Iran.
And what's happening in Iran?
All the ships being stopped, the oil being stopped. I'm getting confused.
But that's all stopped because Trump went to war with Iran.
Stop what they're doing. Do we want a nuclear explosion? Because that's what they're going to do. We all know that. They had the power to do it. That. We want some isotopes, too. We want to see who did that, which we know is Obama.
Obama did what?
He gave them
the isotopes. Obama gave them the isotopes, folks, so it's all good. The gas prices are $1 higher than they were last year. Amazing! What a country. Meanwhile, Trump is ordering costly returns to steam carrier launchers. Woo! We're about to spend billions of dollars to go back to steam power, folks. Jesus fucking Christ. No money for health care, no money for child cancer research, but you know what we do have money for? Steam power. President Trump has directed the Navy to tear out a complex system for launching jet fighters from its aircraft carriers and instead go back to using steam catapults, a move Navy officials have fought for years and will likely cost billions of dollars. U.S. officials say Trump signed a national security memorandum Thursday directing change, which would involve removing the electromagnetic catapult system used by the ships in the Gerald R. 4 class of carriers. By doing so, Trump is making good on a promise he made almost 10 years ago to go back to the steam system after hearing a sailor praise it while visiting a ship during his first term. So Donald Trump, who has no military experience, has no scientific experience, has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. He's going to make our military rip out billions of dollars worth of technologically advanced hardware in order to put steam catapults in this shit because one sailor praised them 10 years ago, folks. But hey, whatever. We don't deserve nice things. Whatever helps this shitbag collapse faster. Meanwhile, another example. The Kennedy Center makeover about to cost $560 million. Not a single American gives a fuck about this. But hey, these rich people, these rich fucking assholes that rule us, have to have a place to go watch their plays and fucking, what are they, swan ballets or whatever the fuck they have there. Whatever boring, pretentious shit they have there. Meanwhile, remember, the judge made Trump take his name off of it because he has to have his name on everything. It's supposed to be the John F. Kennedy Center, and so Trump had to put his name on it, and so judge said no. So they put this big old tarp over the whole thing as they removed his name. This whole thing cost him millions of dollars to let the tarp on there the whole fucking time so nobody can see his name removed because he is the most thin-skinned narcissist to ever fucking exist. Well, the next thing you know, now they're naming the whole goddamn thing after him. Entire Kennedy Center to be named after Donald Trump. After almost 2-hour Zoom meeting, the board voted 22-3 to change the name of the building to the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, restored and renovated by President Donald J. Trump. Jesus Christ. Jesus. How can this be real? Like, literally, my belief in reality gets challenged every goddamn day because it's just so over-the-top stupid. It's hard to believe that this could be real life. Anyway, also, they're gonna change the name of the road to President Donald J. Trump Plaza. So it's going to be the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, restored by and renovated by President Donald Trump on the President Donald J. Trump Plaza, folks. What in the goddamn Kim Jong-un is this shit? But yeah, that's what we deserve. Meanwhile, here's how he's funding it, folks. Here's where they're getting the money. He's got $800 million war chest. He's got $2 billion he's made this year, hundreds of millions of donations, but they're still paying for all this by robbing money from our national parks.
All right, Scott, I want to turn to your reporting. Your headline reads, Trump turns national parks into piggy bank. This concerns National Park Service funds and what Trump calls improvement projects at the White House and around D.C. It's fascinating how you put all of this together, because finding how money is moving around the federal government is hard. It takes a lot of work to do it, and you found it, and it's significant in terms of what they're doing. Explain.
Some National Park Service workers are so alarmed and ticked off, they leaked internal spreadsheets that show where the money is going, what's allotted for 2026. We added the numbers together and found for the White House grounds, for the vanity projects, the beautification, and the needed upgrades, they've set aside $323 million for this year. Donated money, some taxpayer money, some fees. $323 million compared to $7 million for the White House in 2024. That's a 5,000% increase. And I'm proud of myself for doing the math on that. The National Mall has a tenfold increase from 2024 for projects that are the president's priority. Doesn't mean the money is directly being starved out of Yosemite, Yellowstone, Mount Zion, Grand Canyon, but we checked. Those parks all have significantly less funding allotted for them this year than they did 2 years ago, and there's a $30 billion backlog of deferred maintenance. They're
just robbing us every pie they can put his finger in. They're just literally everything that's not goddamn bolted down, just stealing left and right. Is crazy to watch. Meanwhile, the DHS paid $464 million for airplanes it isn't using. Starting last fall, the Department of Homeland Security spent $464 million on no-bid contract to buy 10 used airplanes from a firm in Northern Virginia. That was an enormous price tag, but the department said it had no time to consider other offers. The planes were needed urgently for deportation flights, but since then, the department has barely used the new fleet for deportations or for anything else. But of course, we've covered this before. It's the same reason they're buying billions of dollars worth of buildings. They go to Donald Trump's huge donors, and they have all these assets that they're trying to sell, but they can't sell, so they buy them for bloated prices. And then the people that get these big paydays for their depreciating assets turn around and donate millions of dollars back to Donald Trump, and the taxpayers get footed with the bill. Also, how the government works is when they give you a huge budget, if you don't spend all that money, you get less money next year, so they have to spend every penny they get. So, you know, it's nothing to them, right? They got to make sure they bleed us for every goddamn cent, so they're doing it. Death by 1,000 cuts. That's what's happening. 1 billion cuts. Meanwhile, here's where we're at in our dystopia, folks. ICE is spending $20 million to provide their secret police Nazi Gestapo with shock gloves so they can pain compliance us all, so none of us can resist them when secret police jump out of their car and surround us. Here's the future of America, folks.
I scream like a little girl and pee myself. Go back with the gloves.
I always wonder why the government says you're not allowed to torture people, and yet police are allowed to torture you. Because pain compliance is just torture. And even Fox News kind of iffy about all this, but here's a head of DHS explaining why this is a good idea.
So something else I'd like to bring your attention to or talk about. DHS plans to spend $20 million on electric shock gloves to aid federal agents. How would that work, and what role would they play?
Well, look, it's another device to help someone be compliant.
That's right. To help somebody be compliant.
You know, you just can't go from 0 to 100, right? And first thing you go for is lethal force. So, you know, we have OC spray, we have tasers. So the glove is, you know, the latest thing they're looking at to help in situations. You've seen the videos in the past year and a half, the fights on the street where officers are overwhelmed. This would be a tool they can use to make someone compliant. Now,
it keeps saying that, make somebody compliant. It's so fucking creepy, but yep, that's what it's all about. Masked man jump out, shock you where you can't even fight back. You can't move. You can't do anything. You think this is only for the brown people? You're crazy as fuck. Meanwhile, U.S. Post record high $432 billion budget deficit for July. 27% of the deficit from one single man, the largest spender in the history of the country. The U.S. federal budget deficit for July jumped $432 billion, a record for the month, as higher outlays and more negative tariff revenues also brought the 2026 fiscal year-to-date budget gap to $1.799 trillion. Remember, Deutsche was supposed to be cutting all the federal tax waste. Remember all the people they fired from the federal government, and they're still spending more money. That's the reason they fired them to begin with, so they could take all that money from all those people they're employing, and they can spend it on whatever they want to. They can steal it. That's what they're doing, really. They're just stealing it all. All of their donors, kickbacks to them, all of their offshore bank accounts. And yes, breaking, the U.S. government officially posts its largest July budget deficit in history, $432 billion. Fiscal conservatives, though, folks, somehow they've won the messaging war, and they've convinced the public that they're the ones that are better on the budget, that it's the Democrats who tax and spend. It just goes to show you that the Democrats are there to lose. They're so bad at messaging, it has to be on purpose. There's no way you could be dominant every single time on the economy and yet lose the messaging so bad unless you're doing it on purpose. Meanwhile, Donald Trump's plan, same as it ever was, just lie his way through it.
Fantastic time in Ohio. The country's doing well. The stock market's fantastic record. We have 79 records so far in a short period of time. More people are working right now in the United States than ever before, and prices are dropping fast. Iran is going fine, going just absolutely fine. We totally control the Strait of Hormuz. We have control over it. Nobody else, only us. Our Navy is unbelievable. And things are going great for our country.
Literally just like a toddler lying. We're doing so good. We never done better. We're also happy. FFL. No, we're not. We doing bad. I mean, you're doing good. I mean, honestly, I guess. He doing great. Meanwhile, Donald Trump wants to cut capital gain taxes to boost the midterms. Yay, more tax cuts. That ought to get asses to the booth for you. But, like, he knows this is not actually going to boost the midterms. But, like, they don't care anymore. It's just a cash grab. Every penny they could possibly get. This is just another way for them to steal money. And you're like, wouldn't this incentivize mass selling? Yes. Yeah, of course it would. That's all that's going to happen. Exactly. Many don't sell at times as not to trigger capital gains taxes, but a nice trim, and everybody will fucking sell. That's what people are waiting for. So, stupid. Not going to help the economy, not going to help anything, but going to help rich people save a lot of money in taxes. Meanwhile, you know who's really happy about the economic situation in America right now? Americans. We all love what's happening right now, folks, but we're lying about it. That's the truth, according to Scott Bessent, folks. If you don't believe me, let's listen.
Why aren't we seeing this sentiment? Why aren't people feeling better?
Well, I when I was in the investment business, there are consumer surveys. But I used to look at what are the people really doing. So at Treasury, we have loads of CEOs come through, whether they're in retail, credit card, the banks, and the consumer, while they may be sounding grim, is actually quite buoyant. Mm-hmm. So we are seeing spending has been very solid across most categories.
So they might not feel good, but...
Well, look, in their heart of hearts, they feel good. I'm not sure what they're telling the survey people.
Yeah, they're lying. Literally, yeah, in their heart of hearts, they feel great. Everybody loves, but they're lying for some reason. The fucking polls are they're lying to the surveyors when they call them, but they don't know how they feel. I know how they feel. Just goddamn these people. Holy shit. what he's saying here is he's saying that people are still spending like gangbusters. And so because people are spending a lot of money, that means they're really happy about the economy. But of course, the real truth is we're spending way more money because everything's going up in price. We have no fucking choice but to spend more money than we ever have before. And that doesn't mean we're fucking happy about it. It's literally the goddamn opposite in every way of what you're saying, but it doesn't matter. Love it. I told them to eat cake. Love it. And that is my economy section. We got a socialist revolution coming up next. It's all tied together, folks. But get your super chats in, folks. I got a socialist revolution, a very quick religious bullshit, and a couple beyond parodies. Help me! Don't let me go out of business. Help your boy Dusty, folks. But now, gotta do a little bit of the socialist revolution. And they're so desperate, folks, that it's actually heartening. It's actually encouraging that they're stooping to this level. So Scott Jennings, he's auditioning for Karoline Leavitt's job. That's the only reason he's doing this. Hassan Abia's talking about suing him. I would sue him because what he's doing right here is just clear 100% slander. He's lying. He knows he's lying. Everybody knows he's lying. Even if you just watch the video he posted, you know he's lying. So basically, he went and took a bunch of clips where Hassan is being sarcastic, or he's like making claims that other people is making. He's making it a sarcastic voice in order to make fun of them, and he's clip chimping them to make like Hassan is actually saying these things like he believes them. Anyway, he's sending a clear message to Donald Trump that if you make me the White House spokesperson, that there is no low I won't sink to. You obviously hate these new socialists, and I'll do anything to demonize them.
On top of these candidates, in their own words, their surrogates are just as bad, even worse, actually. We continue today our exploration of the radical socialist streamer, Hassan Piker. Now, he's Abdul El-Sayed's best friend, and he campaigns for him all the time. And African Americans out there, within the sound of my voice, need to listen up, and you must listen carefully. This is who socialists like Abdul El-Sayed choose to keep for company.
So he says on here, listen for yourself, understand what the socialists have in store for the black community. Abdul Sayed's best pal campaign partner says the USA should resume lynchings. So he's putting this video up claiming that Hassan wants to lynch black people.
Just listen to this. Hassan Piker in Cut 8.
I don't give a what black people care about. Oh, black people care about this, black people care about that. Like, shut the up. That's not how politics works. Oh, well, Hassan, how dare you? Like it or not, black people care about this issue. It's like, it's such a fucking stupid stance. Any other black folk want to engage in radical activist language in this fucking chat? Suck my Yes, dude. It's because I'm racist. That's why. It's because I'm racist, dude. Go back to a better time when lynchings were happening. This is what I like as a black man. Are you always doing too much with black people? Leave them alone. I want to go back to lynching. Like, I get it, but relax. Man, shut the up, okay?
So nobody who is intellectually honest can watch that and think, oh my God, he's advocating for lynching. It's obvious he's just making fun of people, right? But doesn't matter, folks. Clear messages to Donald Trump. I would do anything. Put me in, coach. Meanwhile, they're still making Hassan Piker the face of the Democratic Party, which is a odd move, if you ask me. And, honestly, it almost seems like they're trying to get him killed, to be honest with you. They're trying to get him Charlie Kirked. I think even he is starting to get a little nervous about Laura Loomer last year. Showed you guys, she put out a hit on Hassan Piker. She told basically anybody that murders Hassan Piker, she would donate a large sum of money to them. And now Fox News puts shit like this every day.
Despite his anti-capitalism, Piker has faced questions about his own personal wealth. Piker has a massive following on Twitch and nearly 2 million subscribers on YouTube. There are estimates his net worth ranges from $3 million to $8 million. Brett? Despite his anti-capital...
Third one a day, folks. Meanwhile... And this is all they got.
Over to the socialist. And by the way, you said she's just weird. They're all weird. Like, literally, she hates Thanksgiving. You've got Abdul El-Sayed hates football. Talrico, remember, he hates ribs. He hates meat. He's running in Texas.
And he thinks God is binary.
Where? Just the stupidest fucking people. Nothing's about issues. Just all about this culture war bullshit. But I guess they know their audience. And Laura Ingraham over there on the Fox News. Apparently, folks, we coming for your car.
Now, the bottom line on socialism never changes. They're preparing to come for everything you have. Your home, your car, your air conditioning, your 401k.
No, you lost me. I'm coming for your shit, believe me, but not your air. We all keeping your air conditioner, right?
Yes, your factory. They want it all because you don't deserve any of it. You don't deserve the fruits of your labor because, by definition, they arose out of the corrupt capitalist system.
Literally, it's the opposite of that. They want all the people who labor to get the fruits of their labor. That's what socialism is about. Now, they don't want billionaires to steal labor from the people and keep it all for themselves, but always opposite day over there on Fox News. And folks, they really worried about socialists taking your health care away. They say after they literally just took 4 million Americans' health cares away.
Read those tweets and see where she may really stand with these issues. Is this all a gift to Republicans, though?
I don't think we can take it a gift because we don't want to get lazy. We've got to keep working. I mean, Mom, Al Sayed in Michigan, yes, he's a socialist, he's a communist, but just saying those words, kids don't know what that means. So you have to say he's going to raise your taxes. He just admitted he's going to raise taxes on everybody. He's going to take away your health care. You're going to lose that opportunity to pick your doctor.
Yeah, he's going to give you socialized medicine like every first world country in the world has, which is way, way better in every conceivable fucking possible way than having to pay 20% of your income into an insurance company who's just going to deny your claim anyway.
A lot of UAW members in Michigan don't like that. We have to define what they're talking about and not just call them a socialist. I think that's what a lot of Republicans.
I wish you would. Please define what they're talking about because it's so popular. Case in point, this don't hit like you think it is. Incredible moment where Fox News puts up a graphic. Oh, let's see what kind of evil shit the Democrats of Socialists of America want. Medicare for all. Oh, no. College for all. Those bastards. Housing for all. What? 32-hour work week. I love working 80 hours a week. Tax the rich. No way. I love it when rich people can buy up our elections. Green New Deal. What? Who needs the planet not to boil us alive in our skin? And free Palestine. Fuck those people. I think I speak for everybody. Literally, 7 of the greatest things you could possibly be for. Who could be against this? I guess Christians. That boy from Kyle Kalinske over here. You know who I hate? Joe Rogan and everybody who likes Joe Rogan. Especially Shane Gillis. What a sack of shit this guy is. But I do love the fact that he is now trying to distance himself from Donald Trump. Anyway, imagine being Joe Rogan, doing everything you can to help every oligarch douchebag rejuvenate their image, having every right-wing sack of shit on the show that has done nothing but steal healthcare from all fucking Americans. Done everything he can to help Donald Trump get elected, who's done nothing but make sure less Americans have health care, and then get on your fucking show and say this shit.
Is communism's the gayest shit ever?
It's the worst shit.
Somebody needs to look into how gay communism is.
But isn't it crazy that it's making a comeback?
Yeah.
It always does. It's a cycle. There's a cycle.
The problem is if we cannot call it communism if we get free health care.
Right.
That would be a good move.
That would help a lot.
We're calling everybody communist that wants free
socialist,
health care.
communist, and you're like,
free health care is cool.
Yeah.
We should have that.
It's normal.
Yeah. That's not communism.
We should have health care and education.
Yeah.
You should treat the entire country like it's a community. If you have a community, would you want the sickest person to fucking die who could be very valuable if you could like take care of them? And do you have the resources to take care of them?
Of course you should. We're a rich country.
He literally uses his platform, the largest podcast in the world, to do exactly the opposite of everything he fucking just said. So what a worthless cretin. And then speaking of worthless cretins, fucking Shane Gillis doing everything he can to distance himself from Donald Trump, even though he was all buddy-buddy, even though he was on all the Manosphere podcasts where they were sucking Donald Trump's dick, spreading anti-wokeness, making sure these fascists took us over. I wish you would not live this down, but I know there's no penalty.
I was like, I'm not getting my picture taken.
I took zero heat for that event.
But you took a
You're
photo
already
with
on.
Trump a couple years back.
It was a funny photo.
That was a great photo.
That's what a
Bro,
ridiculous
that was
shirt.
when you were wearing the
That
Pablo
was-
Escobar
that was
shirt.
pre a lot of things.
That's true.
That's pre a lot of
Pre-world
things.
record.
No, not me personally. I mean,
Also,
pre him.
the Iran.
I was back then when I was taking that picture. I was like, this guy's going to release the Epstein files. No more wars. I like that.
Was it killing Americans?
So you're retarded?
Still didn't vote for him. Not a big deal.
Everybody knew who he was then, too. You're just pretending to be stupid because you want to distance yourself from this fascism that you help usher in. But fuck you. But like I said, I know there's no comeuppance. There is no reward for doing the right thing. So what you got to do? I am a bitter bitch, and that is my socialist revolution, folks. And all right. Almost, goddamn it, almost last chance to get your super chats in, folks, if you want to, if you're able. PayPal, patreon.com. Going to read all the PayPals in this show. Hook me up with Patreon. Also, Cashapp, $, Cult of Dusty. Going to read all the Cash Apps. If you got a couple bucks on your Cash App you never use, $, Cult of Dusty, send it to me. That'd be a great, like a lot of people have Cash App. They get money on that and use it. Hook me up. All right, we're along. Let's do some religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. What? Religious what? Motherfucker, what? It's time for religious bullshit. What time is it? It's time for religious bullshit. Yeah! And folks, even I don't believe this one. This week, they didn't catch any. None at all. What? First time ever. But you know what I did catch? Anti-gay preachers talking about how masculinity really important in the way you pray.
There's no there's some guys, the way they pray, I feel like getting testosterone replacement therapy and just jamming it in their gut and pushing the syringe. I go, try this.
I'm so manly. I can't stand it when you pray to God the way you want to pray. If you a man, you better pray the way I want you to pray, boy. Dude, you a pussy.
Too much estrogen, need more testosterone. Stop eating crickets and eat beef.
Imagine giving a shit about any of this.
Pray like a man. If you're a woman, pray like a woman of God. Pray like Deborah. Pray like somebody that knows that the devil's evil and God's given you power to destroy his evil work.
Imagine being an adult and believing any of this shit. God, they're mental children. Meanwhile, did you guys hear about prophetess Katie Souza, who had her eggs stolen by aliens and transported through teleportation technology to another realm? Of course you didn't, but here you go.
You know, and just a reminder of, you know, my testimony, which is going to bring in our content today, that I was visited when I was a young girl, and aliens, alien beings,
right, of course,
implanted an interdimensional device in me that harvested my eggs over my lifetime. Because eggs, you get hundreds of thousands of eggs when you're born with hundreds of thousands of eggs if you're female. But they don't mature until you ovulate. So this device obviously was harvesting them right when they would mature.
Okay, I got questions. First off, wouldn't it be easier for aliens just to create their own eggs in a laboratory than it would for them to create an interdimensional device that sucks your eggs through a portal from your body and teleports it to them? The math ain't mathin'!
So that they could then try to work their work, and I have no idea how they do that, but to try to create a hybrid child, which they actually eventually did. And I saw it, I was shown it, and its name was Starburst.
Oh, Starburst, of course. It sounds delicious. I love Starburst.
Yeah, that's why my husband and I are childless right now.
Oh, that's why, because the aliens stole their child, Starburst, and I, for one, can't wait to meet their son, Jolly Rancher. I bet he is super cool, sweet guy, that Jolly Rancher, watermelon flavor. Meanwhile, folks, I sometimes surf Reddit, you might have noticed, and the other day I was surfing the front page of Reddit and I came across this. Recommendations for atheist YouTubers. And you guys know me, I don't have much of an ego. I'm pretty humble. But I was like, hey, I wonder if I got mentioned on this list. Yes, it's been many years since I've done full-fledged atheist content, but I still do a little bit of the religious bullshit 3 times a week on this show. Maybe somebody remembers me. Yeah, maybe somebody remembers their old buddy Dusty fondly. Okay, so I'm like, let me just scroll through here and see what kind of atheist YouTubers being recommended here. First off, the one that got recommended the most was Rationality Rules. Fuck my life. You know, the guy who was behind all the trans panic, the guy who almost single-handedly started all this fear of trans people that led to Republicans using it as their single attack point that led to the fascist takeover of our entire country and eventually the collapse of America. Well, apparently he's doing great. Apparently there is no comeuppance for him whatsoever. He's still greatly popular. That's good. Matt Dillahunty mentioned a bunch. He loves me. Look into that. Sursic, very popular. Never heard of him. Logic, a whole bunch. Friendly Atheist. Hey, Friendly Atheist. So I'm scrolling down, looking. And I'm not seeing my name anywhere. Rationality Rules, like I said, Seth. He gets mentioned a bunch. Atheist Experience. Dark Matter makes good cartoons. Scrolling all down. I'm starting to feel like a little sad, to be honest with you. Really, has everybody forgotten me? I mean, I know it's been a while, but I used to be pretty popular in this genre, right? And but finally, folks, I got to the bottom, and I found it. Let's see, where is it? Here it is. Dusty Smith used to be relevant. His channel is surviving on fumes. He is quite angry and crying all the time. Good stuff! Exclamation point. Whoa! Yeah! I knew they remember me, baby. Hell yeah! I'm just honored to be mentioned. Rent free in your brains, motherfucker. Woo! I'm gonna live forever. Hell yeah! Hey, it's your haters that make you famous. What you gotta do? Woo woo! So shout out to Reddit. Thanks for keeping me in the loop. And all right, that's all of my religious bullshit for this evening, folks. And got Beyond Parody coming up, folks. Finish you guys off with. So last chance to get your super chats in. Don't make me cry, because I will. I've been crying about it so much, guys. I've only been doing this as my full-time job for 20 years. Oh my God, I'm such a failure. That's what happens when you do something for 20 years at your full-time job. It's such a failure, isn't it? I've literally never done anything else that long in my life. I think even if it ended tomorrow, it's a pretty good success, in my opinion. And all right, let's go ahead and do it. Finish you guys off with a happy ending. Prepare your anus. It's Beyond Parody. Beyond Parody. Hey, sweetie buddy, my Mr. Pretty Boy. And first up, on tonight's Beyond Parody, start you guys off with little good liars. I love when the good liars troll and fuck with people. This guy has a lot of strong opinions about Iran. What if he could find it on a map?
I think in the end, we're just going to have to rough them up a little bit more to get them into submission.
When you say rough them up more, you mean bomb Iran more?
Yes, take out some more of their infrastructure.
You seem to have some kind of strong opinions on the Iran war, some ideas about how maybe you believe we're going to win in our negotiations, right?
Yes,
all right. Just for our viewers, just point it out on the map for us so we know where Iran is, and then we know exactly where we're talking about.
Okay. Oh, you want me to point it out? I would say somewhere in here, but I'm not sure. How'd you say? I always see the little picture. I've never seen it like there.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere in the Middle East. And so
yeah.
That's the reason why I was thinking in this somewhere. You know, I haven't sat down there and did push pins on a wall map, if you know what I mean.
You were pointing at Italy, I think.
Well, I just looked for the gray, and I know it's a little small area.
I know it's somewhere, but I don't give a shit. Just bomb it all.
Yeah.
Hey, if Donald Trump wants to bomb Italy, whatever Donald Trump wants to do, I'm fine with it. Meanwhile, another Freudian penis from Bayer and Donald's.
Where the reason why people are fleeing New York and California and Illinois, because they are stupid and they needed a place to go, and that place was Florida.
Yeah, hey, all the stupid people needed a place to go, folks. And so Florida, that place. I mean, I know what he meant, but damn, that was bad wording. Meanwhile, This went super viral today, y'all, and this is why I don't drink in public.
Joe, nigga.
Oh, my God! Your ass hanging out! What? Get up! Get your ass up! Oh, my God, dude. That beer was very well compressed. Jesus. Dude, your ass like...
God damn, John, what the fuck?
God damn, John, what the fuck? Yeah, John drunk. Wasted all his beer. He hurt. Just smashed his dick into the ground. The welcome mat ain't that welcoming. Pull your pants up, John.
God damn, John, what the fuck?
I know, that's what I'm thinking. John needs help. Did you guys hear the story about these trans men who use the women's restroom because it's the law and they called the cops on them? Yeah, suspected trans men used the bathroom they were required to use in Kansas under their new incredibly severe statewide bathroom law. As a result, the police were called on them, so you literally can't win, right? They just want you not to leave the fucking house, but that's what you ordered. Learn to love it. And one more, folks. You guys know what my favorite new pastime is? Listening to Candace Owens trying to pronounce words. This time, folks, she's trying to pronounce, what even is she trying to say here?
The elite of the Mormon culture, the cream of the pie, they get introduced to one another.
Wait, the what?
Elite of the Mormon culture, the cream of the pie, they get introduced to one another.
Hey, Candace, I don't think that means what you think it means, but I love it anyway. Keep talking about it. I do think probably the Mormons love them some cream pie. So you're right, but not for the reasons you think. And that's my show, folks. We got a brand new song coming up from my hit new game, Bad Behavior, but we're going to check out the super chats and everything first. If you bail out, do me a favor. Go to my paypal.com. And help me out. Don't let me go out of business, folks. Help me and the kiddies out. I have an edible sanctuary, and also I make free content. So if you like my show, please help me out. I would very much appreciate you. And log in with my password. It's going to take me 10 times to do this, I bet. It always does. 10 times. Next, do it. What are you doing? Oh, come on, motherfucker. Don't do that. Just log in with the fucking password. I don't understand why this motherfucker won't ever log in. Jesus fucking Christ. Motherfucker! God damn it! Okay, whatever. Let me just go ahead and read the super chats over here because I cannot seem to get into my PayPal right now. PayPal.com. The Stir Dragoon, $20. Didn't say nothing and you ain't got to appreciate. Oh, here comes the couch cash to buy you some tissue for all your crying. I do cry a lot. I mean, that is fair. I am a giant fucking diva and a whiner, so got me there. And appreciate you. Thank you, Stir Dragoon. You rock. You and TJ, my first atheist. Yeah, I'll give TJ. He's the only reason I'm doing this show right now. I saw TJ do his atheist stuff, and I was like, if he can do it, I can do it, baby. And I was right, even though he's still more popular than I am. Got a nice one for you next Friday. Overtime pay for Dusty. Fuck yeah, Agent Orange. Love you. You rock. Appreciate you. $2 Chuck. For your Trump Insider Trading subscription, only $99,998 to go. So close. So close. I'm right there. Thank you. All hell's breaking loose. Here's some coin to help with the animals. I know, right? Shit's getting tough. Price is going through the roof. I'm glad my computer wasn't broken, y'all, because I definitely can't afford a new one. Thank you, VGR girl. You're amazing. Fortunately for me, Philadelphia, PA, that is the public transportation better than most in this country. Yeah, when I lived in Denver, I didn't take my car because they have great like trams and public transportation. Denver, a great place to live, but it's really expensive now. Dusty, I know you're a big gamer. I used to be. I've been spending all my time working on AI lately, though. Is the new Hellraiser on your list? And would you play it in VR? I have not heard about this game, but I would play it in VR. Because of AI now, they're porting all the games to VR, so pretty much everybody is putting out VR games now, so it's pretty cool. Interplanety and Tanaj, 5 tickets. If you got a ticket, please join me on the next show. I'm going to do an after party next show, I promise. And come hang out with Interplanet Tanaj, who fucking rocks. Thank you. Martinez gets a woo! Oh, this super chat doesn't say anything. Well, thanks anyway. It did! And you're obviously very handsome and have a giant penis or a small vagina, depending on your gender. You should look into Solar Punk. Trust me. All right, I'll check that out. I love all things punk. Cyber, Frost. Punks are cool. You're a trooper, Dusty. I'm okay. Been at DSP all summer. Fuck yeah. Dirty Sexy Paws back for our 50th month. Fuck yeah, 50 months. Thank you for sticking with me for so long. Here's to another 50 more. Free Kashmir, brutal legal Indian occupation. Fuck yeah. Fuck them. I love Kashmir. And anything else pop up? All right, let's see over there. I finally got my PayPal to load. John Hawkins gave me $20. Juan Campos gave me $20. And Vincent Laredo gave me 11. Randy Brush gave me, I think these are owed. Yep, the rest of those are owed. All right. Another amazing best show there tonight. I appreciate you, John Hawkins. You rock, you and your hospitals. Appreciate you, Juan Campos. You're amazing. I love you. And all right, that's all the new ones. Appreciate you. And all right, folks, that's my time. I'm going to be back. Maybe Saturday. I need to do 3 shows a week, so I missed it. No promises. So let's say Monday. If you see me Saturday, don't be surprised. But Monday, it's only a weekend away. I'll see you guys soon. Until then, here's a new song. It is called Everyone Else Technically Was Present. This is from the winner song. This is what you hear when you win on my game. See you guys soon. Love you. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.
A toast to the champion and a brief acknowledgement that other people were apparently involved. They entered through the doorway, they had names upon a sheet. They wore the proper clothing and possessed the normal feet. They stretched and looked determined, they participated too. But history misplaced those details when it got a look at you. The camera caught them briefly somewhere over by the wall, like decorative houseplants at the greatest win of all. You won, and everyone else was technically present. They had chairs and posts and made a modest impression. They appear in the footage if you pause the proper second. You won, and everyone else was technically present. Raise a glass to the champ, raise a smaller one to those who were technically also there, we suppose. The official printed program listed every rival's name, but future copies simply read some folks attended the game. A historian asked witnesses who else had joined the fight. They scratched their heads and answered there were shapes beneath the light. The trophy thanked the others for arriving when they did, then turned towards you and whispered, honestly, I thought they'd quit. Champion! Here! Everybody else? Wonderful! Attendance complete. They tried, they breathed, they occupied a measurable amount of space. But you turned all surrounding life into background for your face. You won, and everyone else was technically present. They had hopes and shoes and briefly seem relevant. They appear in the credits under general attendance. You won, and everyone else was technically present. Raise the roof for the champ, raise one eyebrow for those who were technically also there, we suppose.